One of the first things you want to do when approaching your corporate event production is you want to meet with the client. Probably a good thing. Clients are nice. They tend to pay the bills. And when you get together with them, you want to do a little more than just say, "Hi, can I have a check?" What I like to do is start with, "This is a great event you're putting on. Why don't you tell me a little bit about it? How long's the show been going on? Where did it start? Is it here in California? Is it in New York? Wherever you are." And then, are there going to be any special people here, VIPs, founders, anything like that? Because a lot of times, if it's say a fifth anniversary of the show or something like that, they'll bring some of the founders out that originally worked in the show when it was first starting, and they may want to do some interviews with them. That's a good thing to get out of the way up front because it kind of goes to your scheduling and other stuff and what you want to be doing. This kind of leads into my very next point, which is have a plan. Once you've met with the client, you've gone over things in terms of what their expectations are of the show, how they want to approach video in terms of, do they want it just for the show? Do they also want it for after the show, archival for their website, things like that? You need to kind of have that all wrapped up into a plan so that as you're shooting this throughout the 3 or 4 days you'll probably be on site, you're getting all the footage that they'll not only need to encompass the show playback at the end of the evening on awards night, but also things that they may run into separate segments throughout the year for their archival and website use. The next thing you want to do is focus on, if your goals for this part are primarily for the show, what do we want to do? Are we going to just play this back on the award screens at the last night? Are we going to have little bumpers that are going to come in between your presenters throughout the 2 or 3 days of show? Or are we going to run these on some little plasma or LCD monitors in the hallways throughout the hotel or meeting event center, wherever you're doing this? What I like to do once you get those questions answered is say, great, let me get some contact info from your staging company that's doing the general session main ballroom, your breakout room people, if that's a different AV company, or in-house at the hotel or a meeting event center. And then also find out if they have a video person on staff with their company that's part of their in-house production. That way you can meet with that person. He may already have a great deal of this information and you don't have to repeat yourself or repeat, meeting with all these people. Once you've got all that going, then you get to start meeting with the staging company and the other folks. Things you're going to be asking them are, I can give you this flavor of video, this flavor of video, this flavor of video. How do you want it? Do you want it 16:9, 4:3, standard def, high def? Do you want my audio mixed or split? And don't worry, I may be giving you a lot of info now, but as we go through this webinar today, I'm going to give you answers to all that. So you want to basically, in wrapping this thought up on this point, you want to get all your T's crossed and your I's dotted in terms of the technology that the video company is going to be looking to you for playing back the footage. Now, once you got that going, you want to meet with the meeting planner. This is probably the most important person you're going to meet with in all of your meeting, because I'm a meeting kind of guy. Anyway, the meeting planner is the person who knows where everything is going to be, what time it's going to go, who's going to be there, how many people are going to be in the room, probably a good place for you to put your camera and tripod if you're able to use a tripod, or for you to even just stand. And they'll know the specific names of the folks either at the hotel or the meeting event center that you'll want to get in contact with about maybe an audio house feed. And if you want to put a light in there, make sure you're not plugging your light into the same circuit as the heating plates that they're using for the food, and therefore pop in the circuit and things like that. The meeting planner is also a great person for knowing when things are going on during the course of the entire corporate event. If they're taking some of the VIPs out for golf or any of the other flavor of the town kind of events, you might want to go off property and get some footage of them golfing or at the beach, or if they go to an amusement park like we have Disneyland here in California. That's great. You can only get so far usually with a camera if you're following a group. Then you have to make connections with the park. Quite often the meeting planners already made that roadway into the park and they have contact people and all that, so you can just sort of ride on their coattails and make that easy. Once you've got all that set with your meeting planner, the next thing to do is determine your needs to complete the show.